And we're live.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Jordan is responsible for all lateness and unpreparedness. Blame me. What is the name of this mod, of this wonderful mod, which has given us so much horrible...
Oh, you're right. I think I actually renamed it because I didn't want you to, like, cheat on it.
No, it's Canary Pregnancy Mesh.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll recompile the patch, and then we're going to be ready to go.
I loved all the jokes. Jam Jam is great, but I can't have another episode where she's pregnant. I can't, Jordan.
Also, by the way, the naming and the thumbnail on the last episode, very classy.
Thank you.
It's an image of Blackwall. It says terminated, but it's, you know.
You know.
We all know what awful dark secrets are held within our Inquisition.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, I unclicked a mod that said Kunari Pregnancy Mesh. You know, are we violating YouTube terms of service somehow? I mean...
Why would we be violating YouTube terms of service?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like people just watched something get terminated, in a manner of speaking. Live on YouTube.
Oh, God. No, don't look at it that way. Like, she was pretty far along. It doesn't have to, you know.
No, but didn't we establish on the first episode that it was really just
a basketball? Yeah.
It was a marketing ploy for her new... What did we say? My album is my baby.
Yeah. That's it.
However little baby LeBron Jam comes into play, we're not sure how, but that's just, I don't know, immaculate conception. It happens after this. All right, patch
It's in another timeline.
Has been successfully patched.
Good one.
And yeah, otherwise I think we're ready to go. Today's episode, we're just going to be mainly grinding, as I believe is the term. We're going to be doing a little bit of side questing.
Yeah. Now, I did want you to get all the keeps so we can get that great weapon for Bull, the sad weapon. I forget what
Splinters.
it's actually called. Yeah, the sad splinters weapon. So I don't know if that's something we want to do today or well, because the last keep isn't in Priest Dulion, so it might take a while for us to get that one. But we can at least get the one in Western Approach.
Yeah, no, hey, why not?
That'll get us some power. Now, how much do we have, like, power-wise? Like, not a lot. I think it's, like, 1 or 2, maybe. We need, like, 20.
I'm sorry. I just saw in the chat somebody said press F for Jam Jam. Oh, man. You guys are great.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so this is going to be like a nice, we're going to say, I'm going in positive-minded here since we don't have a super tight agenda. It's just going to be like a nice free form, just a nice relaxed conversation with the chat while we do some questing.
You know, we should probably also talk to some of our companions, because we might be able to do some companion quests for some power, or we lose companions and be sad. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I think, you know, when things get kind of slow, Tamar deigns to speak to the little people.
I've also been thinking, I think instead of like trying to romance as many people as possible, I think we should just go straight for Bull. It makes our life easier, and you know, we love Bull so much.
I mean, Bull is fantastic. I mean, they're the ultimate power couple, destined to fail.
Yeah, really.
I'm just trying to think of like wrapping as much roleplay into the Chargers versus the Kunari boats, where it's just like and like when the moment comes up, Tamar doesn't even remember who they are. Like even though she's spoken to Krem multiple times, she's just like, who?
Who? Is it that guy with the beard? No, I fired him. Oh God.
Oh, whatever. I like boats.
Oh wait, Blackwell doesn't have a beard in this timeline. I forgot. Is Tamar essentially She-Ra, and will scream, "I have the power." I don't know. I never really watched He-Man. Did you?
No, I was not a He-Man guy.
I also feel like that was kind of a little bit before us. Like, we're not really the generation of kids that were into He-Man and G.I. Joe and stuff.
I agree with that in general. Oh wow, you know what? This texture is kind of nice without the. I think I might.
Well,
I
that's
think I
just
might keep this.
That's the vanilla dress texture.
Oh, it is. Oh, you know what? You're right. It is.
So I said change into something else just because it's the vanilla one. We have to go with something modded.
Some other stuff.
Yeah.
There were some other casual ones you loaded in there, right?
It was just the replacement for the normal pajamas. I didn't think I did anything else.
Oh, that's right. So where do people think I know you were mentioning maybe in Priest de Leon or Western Approach, where do folks want to see us go?
Or who to talk to.
Oh, that's right. First we're going to talk to companions.
Yeah. I don't think we've gotten Cole yet, right? Like we never searched for Cole.
No, I thought we did briefly, right?
Did we? Oh yeah, we did because the belly was in the frame the entire time.
Yeah. Alpaca Cheese has a very important question from a lore standpoint. Would Tamar turn out to be the dom in the relationship with Bull?
Oh.
I don't know how that would work. I think that's an interesting. That's an interesting question.
I'm going to say yes, but she also wouldn't be like good at it, like
she just thinks she's good at it.
Yeah, and I don't mean that like from my understanding, doms there's like a lot of like care for the other person and like making sure they're not hurting them, and she doesn't do that. Is what I'm thinking. Like
I get it. Yeah, she's like an amateur dom. Like she's not experienced.
Yeah, she got the dominating part all down, like really good at it. But the rest of it, like making sure you're not hurting another person, not there. Not so much.
She's a shitty dom. She doesn't know.
Yeah,
that's
she would be like 50 Shades of Grey dom, where it's like kind of borderline maybe abuse.
I don't know anything about 50 Shades of Grey. I know.
See, I don't know that much either.
I know that people sort of within the kink community were not happy with the book. Is that why? He's kind of like he's not a good, he goes too far kind of a thing?
That's what I've heard. I again, haven't read it either. So, and what I did write of it was just, I should say, I used to work in a lab, and I think I've said this story somewhere before, but the way the lab worked is I didn't have internet connection when I was like running experiments with people, where I just had to like sit down in a room and just twiddle my thumbs while I do something. But whoever had the computer before me had preloaded the second 50 Shades of Grey book onto the computer.
Oh boy.
So I was like, well, I literally can't do anything for about an hour or two. I guess I'm just gonna load up this book and see whatever the hubbub's about. And it like. I was really bored, but I could not finish a chapter because it was just so poorly written, and it was like, God, just the worst,
Yeah, I've never read a single page, but that's basically my experience with one of the Twilight books. It was a coworker who had left it on a desk, and I tried to I go, look, it can't be as bad as what people say it is, right? And I got maybe a page and a half in, and I don't remember what it was in particular. It's just something about the prose itself, which is it read like fan fiction, and I was just like, this is so bad.
I actually read Twilight, and I sort of liked some parts of it. Like the first book, I think isn't the worst. The subsequent ones we can have a conversation about. Also, do something. Don't just stand here.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
We're playing a game.
We're having a book club.
Yeah, Matthias is like, why aren't we not moving? Come on, Jordan.
Jordan got distracted by we were talking about sparkly vampires.
But yeah, I don't know. Twilight was just like a silly kids book or tween book, whatever you do. Saying 50 Shades of Grey was like kind of weird.
What the hell was Creme doing?
What do you mean? What the hell was Creme doing?
Creme was like bouncing on the chair and then sort of sat on it wrong. I don't know if you caught that or not.
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Interesting. Oh god.
Oh god, what?
It's just the soulless skin texture and how it makes random people tan.
Oh no, who's tan now? Oh, oh, Meriden, no!
Alright, let's go over and talk to Bull, since we've said Bull is going to be the other half of this ridiculous power couple. Also, Readable, thanks. Thank you. Readable left a really nice comment there about how the podcast and everything is really helping them out, so I appreciate that.
Thank you, Readable. Internet hugs.
Alright, Bull, what do you got for us? Oh, here we go. Well, it's very Bull. This matches what we were talking about.
Uh-oh.
Come on. This is why the Qun doesn't like women.
We are definitely hitting this guy.
Apparently Bull likes to be caned, so, oh!
Good one.
Yeah, Cassandra really walloped him something decent there.
Qunari training exercise to master your fear. I heard about the nightmare at Adamant. Sounded weird.
Alright, well, we know what Tamar's doing.
Hell yeah.
Iron Bull greatly approves.
There we go.
Watch Iron Bull be the only one that approves of us.
Yeah. Damn demon. Who's stuck in the fade, huh?
God, I can't get over, like, Hiss Rod and the Qun tattoos with the heart.
You fought in that siege. Every demon at Adamant wanted to tear you in half.
I bet you demon assholes. And who killed you? That's right. Iron fucking Bull. I needed that. Thanks, boss.
God damn, it's such a stupid dialogue option, but of course that's the one we're gonna take.
Yeah.
Oh,
we gotta do it.
All right, well here we go. We figured out the question of who's gonna be the Dom really quickly.
Didn't know you liked it that rough.
Only from you, boss.
Oh Lord.
Oh no.
Well, there we have it, Bull. Jesus.
Iron Bull can't really wink very well, can he? Because it's really just like one eye, so it just looks like he's blinking.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Nicole says, "Have I missed anything?" No, just a collaring ceremony for Bull. That's about it.
What? Bull is gorgeous, Emily. How dare you?
As I'm certain you can imagine.
Is Cassandra not? Oh, she's doing something.
Are we sure we don't want to flirt with Cassandra real quick?
Oh, we can flirt with her.
Just because I feel
Yeah.
this is great. After beating Bull senseless, she's now going to try and hit on Cassandra by talking about poetry.
Do it.
Let me guess, you're composing a love poem.
Bull is constantly winking. The eye patch is just.
I couldn't, not even if my
Oh,
life
that's great.
depended on it.
It's not that hard.
Yes, it is. Poetry takes finesse. It takes grace.
You don't think you have those things?
Historians will one day ask what happened at Adamant Fortress in the Fade. I wasn't there, but others were. Their accounts must be recorded.
What you write could be used against the Inquisition.
You're worried what I'll say about you, I assume. Do not be concerned. I am a poor writer, but not unaware of the weight my words might carry.
John says poetry is hard. Yeah, poetry is hard. Fun facts, I wrote, I mean, it's not, well, it's a type of poetry, I guess. I wrote haikus for about a year, one a day.
Yet even so,
I think there's still a folder somewhere on my computer of really bad haikus.
I was about to ask, is this something you look upon and like cringe secretly? Or?
I mean, look, I think it was about a year, and if there were 365 of them, I'm sure I would cringe at 363 of them. I mean, I think there might have been one or two that were good. I was like 18. I was just trying to figure out different writing exercises, and yeah.
Oh boy. Can you remember one? Like is there one that you particularly look back on and be like, I can't believe that's currently on my hard drive somewhere?
No, but if I can find one, you know what? That would be hilarious to tweet out some of the really bad ones. I might. We'll see. We'll see. I'm sorry, Cassandra. What were you talking about?
I was thinking of my own music writing. Jordan reads haiku streamed when.
Look, yeah, there's a lot of things I've been promising to do on stream. I'm gonna do them all at once. I'm gonna play NBA 2K as Baby Jam Jam and read haikus.
Oh god, that'd be like borderline experimental if you don't say anything other than like every like couple minutes or so you read a haiku.
Every time he makes a basket, I read a haiku.
So weird.
And there's no introductions, there's no anything. Like, I just start the stream, I start playing, he makes a slam dunk, and then I read some bad haiku.
Oh god, that's so stupid. I love it. Jam Jam doesn't make it in the basketball league, so he moves to Japan and makes poetry.
Oh man, this could work out so many different ways.
That would be a good like April Fool's stream, like maybe just for like a few minutes.
Yeah. And then I could just carry over Jam Jam as a character, just do Fallout, post-apocalyptic Jam Jam.
Post-apocalyptic Jam Jam. Jam Jam has a which Fallout? I should mention.
Fallout 4. It's my favorite.
Okay, so I'm about to say Jam Jam has a family. Who would marry Jam Jam?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Oh boy. Okay, what are we doing now? Who are we talking to?
Cullen.
Cullen.
Haiku a day, really just when I thought Jordan couldn't get any more pretentious. Yeah, well, I am technically getting less pretentious since, I agree. Haiku a day was, that was pretty rich. Considering especially I have no particular talent for haikus and I probably developed very little.
When I reached out, my dagger was gone.
You said you were 18 though, right? I think we all had those moments when we were teenagers and we wanted to be so like deep and interesting.
Yeah.
I know someone took it right off my belt.
I think the format was just interesting to me, and it was just like it was brief. All right, let's talk to Cullen. Is Cullen dealing with addiction already? Is that what we're doing? Maybe.
Theoretically, but we probably have to like go through some other bullshit first.
Yeah. All right, let's see Cullen.
Inquisitor, I found where the Red Templars come from. They're in full redoubt. The Knights were fed red lyrium until they turned into monsters. Samson took over after their corruption was complete.
How do you know Samson?
He was a Templar in Kirkwall until he was expelled from the Order. I knew he was an addict, but this... Red lyrium is nothing like the lyrium given by the Chantry. Its power comes with a terrible madness.
Samson's armor was glowing with the stuff. He'll go mad soon enough.
He seemed clear-eyed at Haven. Even so, deluded commander is no less worrisome. The Red Templars still require lyrium. If we find their source, we can weaken them and their leader.
I like finding the Red Templars' vulnerabilities before fighting them head-on.
We'll need every advantage against what courses through their veins. Caravans of red lyrium are being...
I'm trying to decide if I've gotten used to everyone's look yet. Like if the shock and awe is beginning to wear off, and I think for Cullen maybe a bit.
Well guarded.
Yeah, he. That's why I really wish I could get that Macklemore Cullen mod. 'Cause that one was great. Oh, what could have been?
Bull, I don't know. That's gonna take a bit longer.
I don't know if you can get used to Bull.
It's the fucking butterfly tattoo, man. Like that's the one that really does it. I was gonna say let's go talk to Blackwall, but
Right, yeah, it's doesn't don't need to do that anymore.
yeah, how about a little bit of Egghead? Well,
Oh,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
former Egghead.
Now we have to punch Solo. Like, I'm sure he hates us already, so we have to punch him, right? That chair just popped out of nowhere.
Oh, he's all mad about the Wardens right now.
Oh, of course he is. Well, wait, we did what he wanted, right? So we actually got some approval from that, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot about Sera.
Oh, we gotta talk to Sera for sure.
Oh, yeah.
A tool that would have let Corypheus ride roughshod over most of Orlais.
Even if they hadn't, the entire idea is wrong. The Blight is not something one smugly outsmarts. Forgive me. The entire idea is unnerving.
Come on, Solus, what else you got?
As I explored the place, I felt the presence.
If you're, like, in the middle of Solus's approval, he basically does nothing to you. It's kind of boring, honestly.
Location as best I could determine.
It makes sense from a certain standpoint, though, right? Of, like I said, like I feel like well, a lot of the characters, right? They have their own reasons for being part of the Inquisition, which I kind of like. It feels naturalistic in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think prior BioWare games kind of fell into the like, well, why is this person with you? Like, I don't know, because you're the best, and they want to be your buddy. But yeah, I'm not just gonna do the general conversation with him. Let's go talk to Sera.
Okay. Well, we're right here. Do you want to do Dorian, or... And then we can go back to Sera? Or your choice.
Oh, that's true. We got a bunch of folks here, right? We got Varric and Vivienne and all sorts of folks. Varric, do you have anything to say? Sad Varric, right?
Yeah, oh,
sad
yeah,
Varric.
it has to be sad Varric.
Did I ever tell you about the time Hawk was on a merchant guild hit list? Hawk fell into an investment scheme with a couple of merchant caste businessmen. They took a lot of people's coin in order to arrange the import of wandering hills from the Anderfells. A delicacy, I'm told. They're weird.
Now we can't hug Varric, right? Like, I don't think she'd be into that.
Yeah, I agree.
Keep going. I'd like to hear the rest of the story.
The guild.
Oh, they're both kind of not great options.
But as usual, he was so far in debt.
Yeah, I think I mean, it's probably understandable that the writers didn't really give the option to be a total dick to Varric after Hawk dies.
But why not? That would have been a great option.
He would have to leave at that point, right? Like, if you choose to be a dick to him in that moment, he leaves the Inquisition.
Fully armed, with me and the
maybe.
Nobody even said a word.
I don't know. What would it take to get Varric to leave?
Looked at the captain and
would it really just be like, man, that Hawkeye seemed like an asshole? But then again, like, Varric doesn't necessarily have to like Hawk. Like, their rivalry option is, you know, doable.
That's true. Yeah. So I guess if he's friends with Hawks, that would be it.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
I think Varric's gonna be done for a while.
All right, Dorian. Let's see what you got here.
Oh, I forgot about the mustache.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Oh Lord. Goddamn mustache.
Order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head.
Do people dye just their facial hair? Is that like a thing?
If some, yeah, right. Because don't guys normally sometimes have like just a beard blonde or something?
I don't know. I've never seen that. I don't know. Like, is there someone out there that like dyes their mustache a mint color or like something weird like that?
I don't think anyone has ever dyed their mustache a mint color.
What if?
I mean, if anyone knows of this, like, please send it to us.
I'm googling mint mustache. I don't know what I expected, but it's just like mustache paper and the that's mint colored. I'm on a mission now. I'm gonna Google this. Dyed facial hair, maybe?
Today at least.
Oh, actually, one of the first, if you just Google dyed facial hair, there's a couple guys with beards that are not really a mint, but like a very bright teal. Merman beards. Now, is this photoshopped or are these real? That's the... I don't know, it looks realish.
A darkspawn.
Who does the Imperium say?
That one's paint. That doesn't count.
You know how it is. Not us. They say darkspawn were always there.
So yeah, I guess there are some people that do it.
Aren't even related.
Just no one who does it quite like Dorian.
Yeah, there's no one that does it quite like Dorian.
Is one of the magisters who entered the Black City, and he's darkspawn.
Also, dyeing your hair is a big old pain because, like, everything. For a very brief moment in my life, I had part of my hair dyed purple. It was just a big old pain in the ass, you know? Like, the dye gets everywhere, you have to treat it right, otherwise the dye goes very quickly. I can only imagine that, like, when it applies to faces, it's even worse. Because, like, getting, like, probably a lot of these guys had to bleach their hair, and, like, that's bleach really close to your face. That probably didn't feel too great. And then, like, probably, like, a lot of these guys have longer beards. It's probably all over their shirt and their neck, and...
Yeah.
Whenever they eat or drink something, because mustache hair just gets all up everywhere. I don't know. I imagine this would be a much bigger pain in the ass than it's worth.
Yeah, I agree. I've never dyed my hair, so yeah, I imagine that probably sucks.
A little bit.
I'm sure the people that do it, like you mentioned that with beards, like yeah, that's got to be tricky. But I'm sure the beard dyeing people, like if you go to someone to do it, they must be really good at it, right? I hope.
Probably, sorry, I had like a big mouthful of tea right as you said that, but I imagine, yeah, they're good at it. It's just like, I don't know. But, you really have to be committed to the aesthetic, is I guess what I'm trying to say. And like, no one needs to half-ass this. They really need to go full ass on the dyeing beard.
Such a rare breed. I've stumbled upon a unicorn.
All I know is this: Corypheus needs to be stopped. Men like
it's actually mint ice cream on his face. That's fair.
won't stand by.
All right. Well, if nothing better comes up throughout the course of the stream, we know the title of this episode is "Going Full Ass."
Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition.
I'm sorry. Would people get mad if we just said "Going Full Ass" and it's a picture of Dorian?
He is the only ass we get to see in the game. Like, if you romance them. But anyway.
Dorian approves. Yeah, we can go talk to Liliana real quick, I suppose.
Yeah, she's probably gonna...
Oh, it's gonna be sad Liliana also.
Sad Liliana, yeah. This is just a very sad stream.
I'm sorry.
Make the thumbnail half of Dorian's ass and the other half Iron Bowls.
No, just make the thumbnail like half Dorian and just half LeBron James. Again, for no reason.
Is it like your goal to have LeBron James cameo in like all of the episodes?
LeBron James is basically the third host. I mean, he's basically just...
Oh God! Do you think we get sponsored by LeBron James?
No. You know, I would hope so. In my wildest dreams, yes, that would be amazing.
What would we even like talk about? Like, I don't know what LeBron James would be like. Yeah, I'll sponsor that.
We
Like,
would just tell people to buy the new LeBrons. Just that he's got the LeBron 16s, I think, that are out.
oh, go to his new school that he built wherever. Go to the what else does he do?
Well,
Basketball game?
Yeah.
Duh, okay.
Well, he's got Space Jam 2 coming out. We could always be bumping Space Jam 2. Okay, so real quick, we gotta blame Liliana for this, right? I mean, isn't that
of course, yeah.
That's the Tamar move.
Oh yeah.
Those deaths are on your hands. It was your job to watch, to prepare us.
Yes, it was my fault. But how was I to know what we really faced? The Red Templars are like nothing I've seen, and the Venatori hide their tracks well. I keep wondering if I could have done something different. When the first of my lookouts went missing, I pulled the rest back, awaiting more information. If it stayed in the field...
With how many people you guys diss, I'm surprised you have sponsors. Well, we don't have sponsors.
So I guess it fits.
Yeah, but hey, shout out if you want to sponsor us. We'll do the dance. We'll do whatever. Oh boy. I feel like Jordan would fanboy the entire time. I guess if we had Jordan, LeBron James on here. Would you fangirl for LeBron James? Are you a big LeBron James fan?
I feel like it might be more fun to ask him some tougher questions, you know? Kind of
what tough questions would you like? What has he done that you'd be like?
Just like his record in the finals, like he had this incredible streak of NBA Finals appearances, but also due to that, it's like, you know, you're not going to win in the finals every time. So he doesn't have the greatest finals record. He's won. Now that's kind of a ridiculous criticism because he's won 3 championships and he was the finals MVP in every one of those, but he's also lost 6 times in the finals. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of a point of that sometimes people criticize him for. I would talk to him about politics because he's pretty politically vocal. It'd be kind of interesting to delve into his thoughts on that.
Ask if he hates Junior Smith now. I'm assuming that's another player.
J.R. Smith.
Oh, J.R. Smith.
Yeah,
I like Junior Smith.
Ask if he hates J.R. Smith now. No, I'm sure he doesn't hate J.R. Smith now. For people who don't follow the NBA, J.R. Smith made kind of a boneheaded play in one of the games that Cleveland actually had a shot at winning against the Warriors. I mean, look, they weren't going to win that series anyway. But, yeah, it was a pretty tough moment when they lost that game. And there were, of course, a lot of memes about it, and et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, that's been our LeBron James minute for this for this stream. We should probably go talk to Vivian.
Yeah. See what she's up about. Why are you going the long way to talk to Vivian?
I don't know. Sometimes I like to go the long way.
Okay. We just wanna see the rest of those glorious Kinari statues that we put up.
Yeah. All right. Wait. Is she? Okay, there she is.
You walked physically through the Fade. Please tell me what you remember.
She's saying anything in? Oh no, she's not.
Oh, she wants to know what we saw on the Fade, and I'm just like, what do I say? Do I just not tell her? Or would it make her more mad to know that I saw the Divine?
I don't know, to be honest. I wish you could make something up, like, oh, I was awful, I almost died,
It's like, I saw this guy, his name was LeBron James, he's really good at basketball.
Great. Yeah. I saw that, like, I'm actually Andraste, you need to worship me more.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't the first time. Maybe that's the most one. Like, it's a normal thing for me.
Yeah, that's no big deal. I saw a vision of Space Jam.
You didn't ask about that. Darling, you didn't remember anything. Questioning you would have hardly been productive. No one else has physically entered the Fade since the Magisters assaulted the Golden City. positively envious right now.
I'm like, should we hit on Vivienne? But since we know it can't go anywhere.
Oh, definitely. If you know it can't go in anywhere.
All right. Should we talk to Josephine real quick?
I would say go back to Sera now.
Oh,
and
that's
then,
right.
like, on the way to, like, go check out the war table, we can check out Vivienne. We should also talk to Cole.
Oh, and then we do also have the specialization to select.
Oh, yeah, I didn't look up mods to make that easier. Shoot. That could be... I doubt we're going to get all the powers, so we can, like, do that off screen or something. What specialization are we going to choose? Knight Enchanter?
Yeah, I think we said Knight Enchanter. Alright, Sera, what do you got?
Heard what went on in that Fade thing. What you think went on. Can't even start to believe that business.
It's hard to describe. Guess you had to be there.
No friggin' thanks. Some people are still there. Hawk, yeah? Lost a champion. Also, you could tell the Wardens to piss off. And they're always weird. Usually, bad stuff happens first, so you're glad when the hero shows up. But Wardens are the wrong way round. They're the good thing that means a bad thing is about to happen. Like in Denerim, when the Blight ended.
A lot happened in Denerim. What did you see?
People talked a lot about this one Warden. There was a big fight and he died.
Someone in the chat says, what the hell is Jam Jam?
You know, that's,
That was ages
we're
ago.
pretty good.
10 years. I was playing with small painted boxes and burying stuff I stole. I remember more people cringing about magic than Blight. Wardens were an excuse for your stuff to go missing. Sorry about Hawk, yeah? It's just sad. Hey you, I have an Inquisitor favor to ask.
To explain on the Jam Jam bit, God, it was like at the beginning of the last episode. It was like the name of Tamar's baby with LeBron James, and its name is James James, which then became Jam Jam.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That was it.
I won't agree to anything without detail.
Why is Sera so pale? I don't. It's really.
She's a bit posh.
Well, her like it didn't the texture I have. It didn't actually change her body. It's just the face texture looks it got rid of her freckles. That was really all that happened.
Just walk through.
The guy who asked what the hell is Jam Jam said, "What the fuck?" I get it. I know it sounds weird. It just kind of happened. Watch the moment. It just sort of happened. I don't have power over
it seemed like a good idea at the time, all right? We were enthusiastic when it happened.
Well, I don't know if it was a good idea at the time, but we definitely did it.
On stream, you know, we're we're doing this on the fly, people.
Yeah.
What does the Inquisition get out of this?
Nobles think everyone
I love how casually you explained that. Hey, would you? I don't even think that's the weirdest thing we've had on this stream, right? Like, there has to have been weirder.
I mean, the pregnancy mod in general has got to be the weird. I mean, once we started coming up with the idea of like it's a pregnancy mod and LeBron James is the father, and like I don't even know, that's got to be the weirdest thing.
Maybe this is the weirdest thing. Yeah, okay, maybe you're right.
I can't commit people to
Have we done weirder? Like, I guess not. Okay, that was the lowest we've gone. That's our low point. Now the question is, will it go lower?
I mean, we could say it's a low point, or we could also say it's a high point. Is the way from a certain point of view.
Well, I guess it depends, like on how you view this. I remember there was one time, I don't know if you saw this, but someone recommended our podcast on the Dragon Age subreddit, and there was one guy on there who was like, man, I hate it when they get off topic, and then like 4 other guys go, no, that was the best! So it's, you know, either or. You can always go lower, trust me. I don't... Here's the thing, I trust you. I just don't know if we should. Wait, did we talk to Cole?
Ah, snap. Alright. Come back here, Cole. We're always forgetting about Cole, as is somewhat appropriate.
Now, Sera assigned you the Versailles March, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, hey! The guy that said that they went off topic too much. Well, hello! I'm glad you're still with us. I would have been convinced that you said no.
So we're growing on you, is what you're saying.
You're gonna hate the next episode. Golly. I guess to spoil, we talked about Pokemon way too much.
God, I feel like it's on some sense it's unfair to tease when it's it's at least a week out, but yeah, it was supposed to be a Mass Effect episode, and it is. It's like Mass Effect plus Pokemon. I don't know how else to explain that.
Yeah, I don't know how we got there. Whoa. Lita says, yesterday on the tram I saw a woman who looked like your hawk. I mean, literally, I was terrified. Oh my god. I'm so sorry you had to witness that. Was it Versace? What's her name? She has a first name that's not Versace. Hold on.
Is it Versace?
Yeah, God, when you look up Versace, you just get like actual Versace. God, what is her name? Versace lady is what I'm gonna Google here. Hey, it worked. Donatella Versace. That's her name. Was it Donatella Versace? Yeah, Matthias got it.
God, what an unfortunate name. It just sounds like a Ninja Turtle mixed with a purse.
Well, no, this is the same Versace. Like, she's
Yeah, she's the namesake. Again.
Yeah. Oh boy.
You know what? Somebody literally just said Space Ferret, and so we're talking about the lowest, but I literally can't remember how Space Ferret happened anymore.
Oh, I do. I said Fade Spirit, Spade Ferret, or whatever. Like, I mixed it. And then you thought it sounded like Space Ferret, and that's how that happened. Oh, boy.
Oh, no. He won't bind me. He's a mage and he likes demons, but he won't help. What did we say we were going to do with Cole?
I think just seriously, because I don't remember what the context for it here is.
He wants Cole to help. He wants Solus to help him.
You want Solus to bind you?
Oh, I don't. Do what your heart tells you.
If Solus won't do the ritual to bind me, someone else could. Will. Like the Warden made.
Now, the
us,
mod that
then
gets rid of his hat, it technically just makes the hat invisible, so every once in a while you'll notice that it's still making a shadow on his face.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
That's what the weird stuff is for. I think the lowest point is the dick pic conversation in a Split the Veil episode. That was kind of interesting. Probably.
What was it? The first live stream we ever did for the anniversary of the podcast, when we just ended it by saying penises, stormtroopers.
Oh God.
That, you know what? I actually nominate that moment because it was a true failing. Like, we didn't know how to close, and I was like, I don't know.
If the Venatori used that ritual to bind you, you could turn on us. We'd be safer if you left.
It may not come to that. I recall
yeah, this is Backstreet Boy Cole. This is like... It also reminds me, maybe because this K-pop is really popular right now, but like K-pop Cole.
Wearing an amulet of the Unbound was immune to blood magic and binding. It should protect Cole as well. The resources of the Inquisition could be used to find such a talisman.
How hard do you think it would be to like comb through this game's dialogue and change every instance of Solus into Salos? And like even when people say it, like somehow you manipulate the voice recording and like it's just like some weird...
It sounds like a really bad audio edit.
Maybe it's even just like a mechanical voice where like Cassandra's talking normally and it's...
Salos.
What do you think, Salos?
However hard it would be exactly worth it.
My name is Salos. If there are to be introductions. Golly. Just reverse the audio. There we go. That's perfect.
Oh no!
Because that's what's yeah. God, it took me an embarrassing long amount of time to realize Salos is Solus backwards. Like honestly.
Somebody's figuring out how to do this already.
All
right.
All right. Josephine, and then figure out how to get more power.
Figuring out how to get more power, yeah.
Inquisitor.
Well, that's just sad. I realized Salos is Salos backwards. Look, the only reason I figured it out is I don't know what possessed me to do this, but I was sitting there editing a video. It's like, I wonder what the Solus theme sounds like backwards, and so I just reversed the audio. Turns out it sounds pretty dope. So I exported the track as a backwards track, and I popped it in my iTunes just to listen to, honestly, casually. And I just named it, instead of Solus's theme, I just, like, wrote Solus's theme backwards. And it dawned on me that it was then Salos, and I was like, oh. Oh! So I felt really dumb in those few moments. And, like, it wasn't immediate either. It was just, like, a couple weeks ago. It was like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, could you upload it, please? That would sound cool. I did upload it. It's on my, if you search deep in my Twitter. I actually tweeted it out. Let me, here, let me find it and see if I can do something with it. Because it's, like, way down. It was a while ago.
Ow, alright.
What happened? What did you do?
That was my knee. And my desk was slightly closer than I had anticipated.
What, are you trying to, like, cross your legs or something and hit yourself?
I was just adjusting, and I decided to just knee my desk in the face.
Well, here you go.
A grand masquerade. I need to go shopping.
We don't have enough sway with the court to arrange an invitation. Perhaps a few more alliances.
Or soldiers.
We need a greater presence.
God, I don't remember how long ago this was. Colin looks like early career Jared Leto of 30 Seconds to Mars. Oh God, can I go on a rant on how sad I am about 30 Seconds to Mars? Like, I generally really liked their first couple of albums. And, the last one that came, well, I don't know, the one that came out in, like, 2013, because I liked the first two albums so much, I just went out and, like, bought the next album completely without listening to it. And then I was listening to it, was like, oh no, I hate it all. Oh God, I was so mad. Like, I don't know, something about 30 Seconds to Mars, they were really great. And then recently I'm just, I don't know. I'm just not into it. I don't know if I've changed or what.
I mean, sometimes I think bands just don't always age well. I mean, look, Jared Leto's talented as fuck. Holy shit, man. This guy can sing, man. And, yeah, I'm not, like, I don't dislike him, but I'm not, like, a huge 30 Seconds to Mars fan. But his acting skills, like, holy shit, man. That guy can really act his ass off. I wish he would do more acting, quite frankly.
Yeah, he was really good in Fight Club. Which, I don't think I've actually seen any other movies with Jared Leto. Oh, no, scratch that. Oh, God, the one that always scars me. The one with the drugs.
Requiem for a Dream is,
that's
powerful. You
man.
gotta watch Mr. Nobody. Mr. Nobody is just crazy good. It's just crazy good, and he's brilliant in that.
What's that one about?
Oh, I mean, it's kind of a trip, right? It's basically like a guy living across centuries or across different eras of time. That's how I would describe it, right? It's like sci-fi, and the guy sort of living through different. I can't remember if it's like is he being reincarnated or is he a different person? or if he was preserved. I know at one point he's preserved for some point. He wakes up in the future, and yeah, it's a pretty trippy movie. It's not necessarily meant to be very plot coherent. It's more kind of got like a thematic flow to it, and Jared Leto is really good in it. So,
oh, that's cool. People are saying Dallas Buyers Clubs too.
Yeah, and Matthew, all right, McConaughey is really good in that also.
All right. Now I'm noticing no one is saying Suicide Squad.
He was fine in that. A lot of his material got cut apparently, which is unfortunate. But
I didn't even see Suicide Squad because it honestly just looked like a hot mess.
Yeah, that's not a mistake.
Okay. It looked like if Hot Topic just like a 13-year-old rolled into Hot Topic and like thought the things were cool and like rolled down. I don't know. It just didn't.
You know, a buddy of mine who's really savvy on films and particular comic book films. He said it was like watching a movie that was made up as a trailer. Like it was like watching an entire trailer. Like that's it was cut in a really strange way, and yeah, that's what it felt like to me as well.
That's really weird. I still don't understand why that version of Harley Quinn is so popular, though.
Oh, because she's badass. That's a great version of Harley Quinn.
But again, haven't seen it. But I'm just so devoted to the Batman TAS whatever version of her.
I agree. You know, I agree that is. But that Harley is. I just think the movie didn't do it as much justice as it could have.
Oh, I finally found the shitpost where I reversed the things. Okay, so it won't let me like post. Here, I'll just retweet it. There we go. That'll work. I'm just retweeting it. I'm quote tweeting it with still a banger. There we go. Retweet it. So it's 2 songs. I did Lost Elf and Dark Solace reversed. You can check it out on my Twitter now. You're welcome. Apparently I did that like in April. I still listen to it. It's kind of unironically very good. So anyway. They removed loads of abuse between Joker and Harley. Oh man. That's sad.
I can't tell if the chat room likes Margot Robbie or not.
I don't know. Like maybe I have not seen it, so I feel like I can't give a good explanation on it, but or analysis on it. But I don't know.
Did you like her in Wolf on Wall Street?
Yeah. I don't. Here's the thing. I had some friends over. This is gonna be complicated. I had some friends come out from out of state to watch, to come visit us, and I also had a class. So like, they started Wolf of Wall Street. I went out to go do something, and then I came back and like saw like the tail end of Wolf of Wall Street. So I don't know like the middle of it, but like what I saw of it, she was fine. I also saw, was it The Big Short, I think it was called, and she was sort of in that. It was a funny scene she was good in.
That's actually one of the best uses of Margot Robbie, because it's just it's unapologetic like, about what it's doing.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
All right, so where do we want to head to? Where do we want to go?
I would say Western Approach, get that keep. That's going to get you a fair amount of power.
That's true. Okay, so we'll head to the Western Approach.
Let's see what we have.
I'm gonna get us. Yeah. All right, let's do that.
She's a talented actress. I really enjoyed her as Tanya Harding. Oh, I forgot that was her.
That's right. That's right. I, Tanya was a good movie, and I think she did very well in that also. Like, really, really well, actually. I thought she really crushed it in that movie.
You see a lot of movies, don't you?
Not nearly as much as I used to. Yeah, I used to, at one point, as someone who, enjoys writing screenplays and likes to work on that as a craft, I watched a ton of movies at one point, but a lot recently, it's just sort of, it's hard to get into it because I can see the flaws, and I don't mean to like be like, oh, well, you know, I could do much better than this. The phenomenon that I have is like, oh, I make that mistake in my scripts too. And so then it's like frustrating because I'm good at catching those mistakes when I write things, but then it's also like, Jesus Christ, well, they got their movie made. What the fuck is wrong with me?
You're not rich, Jordan.
Because I'm like, this is marginally better than what I write, but I have the good decency to say this isn't good enough and put it into a drawer somewhere. So what? why aren't they as ashamed of their work as I am of mine? And
they might be. It's just that they got to
money.
get paid, and that's what, yeah. God, don't you wish you could have that job where you poop out a script and you get millions of dollars?
Yeah, you know, might be interesting.
Oh man.
But what's a good movie that I saw recently? You know, I saw Venom just because that was a thing to see.
Oh, please tell me about please tell me about that movie.
It was good.
That looks so weird.
No, it was good. Honestly, I am shocked once again. Not shocked, but to me, this is a common thing, right? Like, I think I might have even tweeted it out. They got like an 85 or 88% audience rating on Rotten Tomatoes and like 31% from the critics. This just keeps happening over and over again. Critics like to pan something and they are completely disconnected from what the actual audience is feeling about it. Granted, I don't know how much of the results are doctored or any of these other things. Did I need to do the war table mission first before going to do the keep?
Oh no.
No, I'm thinking of the other war table thing that you do. So anyway, yeah, I think that it's another instance where critics just decide that something is so awful and so terrible because it doesn't match their expectations, and then real people go, "What are you talking about? It's perfectly fine." Blackwall is exiled. His card is all sad and mopey.
Aww.
As he rides off on his fake griffin. That was one of my favorite things from one of the earlier streams.
That was a good one.
Who am I bringing with us? Maybe a little bit of Sera, maybe a little bit of Vivienne, and of course Iron Bull.
Just don't trust Jordan. He likes Last Jedi.
Listen, Matthias, I see you. I see you in the chat throwing shade. If you don't like the Last Jedi, then don't talk to me about how great The Empire Strikes Back is, because they're basically the same movie.
Oh my God!
I've still never done the sit down with coffee and just rant about The Last Jedi. That's probably more of an Exalted March piece of content, but
oh no,
I've been threatening to do it, and I will eventually. I feel like I need to make a PowerPoint for that, which is weird because I don't make PowerPoints often.
PowerPoint?
Yeah, I feel like
you gotta get into this.
Yeah, I feel like a PowerPoint would be appropriate. And I don't really use PowerPoint often, but I think that might be good. Might be a good thing there.
Oh man.
Matthias says I know how to push Jordan's buttons. I kind of don't mind. I don't want to encourage you, but at the same time, I don't mind that much. Just try and talk shit about LeBron or Kanye or HEB, and I'm just like, hey.
Or Last Jedi.
Or The Last Jedi, yeah. Basically that.
PowerPoints are honestly a power move. Oh God.
The Empire Strikes Back and The Last Jedi are not the same. I beg to differ. Thematically, they have a lot of the same through lines. I got to make my PowerPoint before I get into this. I should level up some of the other crew since we're already underleveled.
Yeah, whoa, doggy.
See that? Jinx agrees with me.
Yeah, you do need to level up.
No. She agrees with me about Last Jedi.
Jinx, Jinx, I have a very important good. No, baby, look at me. Thank you. Is The Last Jedi and The Empire Strikes Back the same movie?
Bark once for yes and twice for no.
She thinks she's in trouble. Well, sweetie, it's okay. It's okay. Boop boop. She I don't know if it picked up, but she shook, like shakes off and her tags jingled. I don't know if that counts. So Jinx, I need you to do Morse code for me. You're a smart dog, right? Show us the Jinx, Caitie. No, you'll have to imagine her.
We got Sera, and we got Vivienne as a Night Enchanter. That's going to be interesting. We've also got her as being very electrocuty, if I'm not mistaken. No, freeze. That's right. We did frost stuff for her.
Hey, Night Can. I'm really sorry about that, and I hope things are going okay for you over there. So.
Oh Jesus, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, best wishes, absolutely.
Hugs from us all. Is Raylo like Sovelin? I don't know. Is it like Sovelin?
I'm sorry. Is Raylo supposed to be like the ship name for Rey and Kylo? Is that what that is?
Legitimately, I know that is a fact. I don't know why I know Raylo's a thing, but I don't know anything about the characters.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the relationship between Kylo and Rey is very interesting, so I like it quite a bit. I don't know if I would describe it as being similar, though, to... I would say that in the Solus and Llewellyn instance, like, Solus is clearly, like, you know, he's leading the interaction, right? He kind of, like, well, he leads you on in some sense, but in the Raylo situation, I feel like Rey is going to help Kylo find himself quite a bit more.
If Jinx looked like that Split the Veil pic, then Jinx is adorable. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, the last Split the Veil is had my dog doodle on it.
Oh, that was hilarious. Holy shit.
Honestly, I sat there for an hour like trying to think of what I could have, and I was like, I have nothing, so I'm just gonna doodle my dog. Jinx does look a lot like that photo in that she's a tricolor corgi, but...
when you sent me the note being like, I apologize for the thumbnail, like, I immediately went to go look, and I'm just like, there's no reason to apologize for this. This is maybe my favorite one ever.
My favorite one is still the episode that we had on the quote-unquote leak with Salos. Oh, I love the little Justin. That was good. That was my favorite. That's another drawn one I did. It was stupid, but it was my favorite.
Yeah, let's do block and... Alright, bull is leveled, and... Oh crap, did I select the mount correctly? Is that what we did? There we go.
Oh boy.
I like how the saddle is still normal.
Yeah, you'd think they'd have like a cool saddle for it. God, I can't believe this is like technically a vanilla horse. Like if you had the DLC, this was just something you could have. Oh God. Ghost horse? I missed a lot. Yeah, you did. If you missed the last episode, an explanation for this. This is an honest-to-God DLC for Dragon Age Inquisition. If you bought, I think it was a Logitech keyboard at the time. It was one of those, I think. No, maybe it was something. Anyway, if you bought a right thing, you got a small DLC code where you got the horse. And now there is a mod that you can just unlock the horse and a couple other similar mounts like it. So that's what this is. Saddles can't be ghost holograms. Well, how are you writing a ghost hologram? I don't know. Maybe it's just a floating saddle and like the rest of it's a hologram.
I'm like fascinated by this. There's like little blue, like it looks like little particles that are trailing off of it. This is awesome.
And bones too. Like you can see the bones inside, is what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. True that.
That's interesting. Whoa. It's real? Yeah, if you had the right DLC code for it, this could be yours. Oh man, Varric on this thing would look pretty cool. We have to like go get Varric some ridiculous blue armor, by the way. We haven't done that yet.
That is true. I agree.
Oh, does the mount not have a shadow? Oh my god, it doesn't have a shadow!
That would make sense.
Oh, that's super dope! But, like, the saddle does. So that's really funny.
Wait, is this
That's
a camp
a good...
here also? Yeah, it is a camp. We should probably get this.
Oh, that is so... Look at that saddle! And it's you, and then the horse. Oh, man. It's actually really cool.
Alright, Bull. Do your thing.
I'm super impressed with this horse now. I thought it was just like a meme, but the no shadow thing just made it for me.
Okay, that's fun. So I got the upgraded ability where Bull's whirlwind thing gets more powerful with each strike. That's very nice.
A decent enough place to camp, I suppose.
God, that axe is so silly looking too.
This might interest you, sir. I don't have time.
I like every time Tamara says, "I don't have time," when the scout tries to talk to you. He's like, "Get away from me, peasant."
So when's the funeral for Hawk? What if the funeral for Hawk in this world was the ball? Like they hold a ball. The Empress Celine was like really into Hawk Versace's music, and decided to have like a huge funeral ball in her name.
I'm trying to think. Maybe that could work. You know, with the prerequisite, you know, murder and whatnot.
What are we gonna do for like who rules Orlais?
That's a good question. I mean, Tamara can't pick herself, right? So.
To who have you decided to take to Celine's Winter Palace? I don't know. I imagine we have to take Bull for romancing him, right? Like, that's a...
Yeah, and also just, I mean, come on. What greater assault on the good taste of Orlais could we inflict?
That's true, yeah.
For that. Oh, we got a rip here.
Which, that reminds me, if we're romancing Bull, we gotta get on that if we want to dance with him at the ball, which isn't really a dance because it's Iron Bull, but, you know, the balcony scene at least.
That's true. That is true.
Ooh, make them all work together. Tamar would appreciate owning all of them. That's actually a fair point.
Oh, you know, that is true. Actually, I think I like that the most.
Ooh, yeah, maybe we'll do that. Unless we, like, really fuck it up, which is possible. And in Trespasser, what will Tamar's excuse for losing her arm? I don't know.
She's trying to one-up Banksy.
Maybe she doesn't.
You know, she doesn't.
How will she...
As like an artistic statement, kind of a thing.
That was the Banksy thing. I'm sure you've heard of it with the shredded. That was great, by the way.
That's fantastic. No, I think.
Oh yeah. The video of it was awesome too. Like the people beside it were just like so horrified, but they didn't know what to do. So just like.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, of course, as basically everyone has stated, of course, it ends up making that piece of art way more valuable, right? Which is a great thing because the staging is made so much better than that.
Mm-hmm.
Which I have heard people debate and discuss, which is appropriate, right? Because it's art, it should be a conversation starter. But it seems to be taken two sort of disparate ways, where some people see it as a direct statement criticizing capitalism, but other people see it more as like criticizing the arbitrary, sometimes completely subjective nature of the art scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like, are you trolling the I mean, I guess we can call them the capitalists. Be like, are you trolling the people who would bid on art, or are you actually is it more of like a meta level troll of people who now think it's a more valuable piece of art because of that? Like it's
Could it be both?
I think it can. I think it's a legitimate argument that it could. I think the beauty of it is like, you know, whenever you're discussing art, is like there are multiple interpretations. None of them are necessarily wrong. I like both of them. I just think it's kind of cool. Like it's like a mainstream discussion people are having about an art piece. Like, hey, how about that? It's cool.
That's true. Yeah, you don't really see that often. There's a lot of weird modern art, by the way. I don't know if you've like ever been to like a couple modern art museums or taken modern art classes.
I mean, sometimes they're terrible, right? I mean, people have kind of joked about this.
Yeah.
Where there was one guy who went to the LA Art Museum and just put his glasses down on the floor and started staring at it. And eventually, like 20 or 30 people gathered around, and everyone started having a discussion about the meaning of the artwork and all that. And it was literally just a guy who put his own glasses on the floor.
Have you heard of the poor lady who thought she was cleaning up? She was like the janitor for the art exhibit or whatever, and she thought something was a trash bin, so she started putting trash in it and like wheeling it around.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and it was.
I felt bad for her.
Oh wow. Yeah,
So.
well, that'll happen.
Yeah. It's all about the story, not the piece. The art is now the reaction. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like that as much, though. I feel like that's just kind of pretentious. You know what I mean? I'll make sure to get the sad splinters.
Yes. I would say yes. And who was it that left that comment?
Who? The reaction? It's Emily.
Emily. Yeah, I can see that on some level, but I would also say that, you know, you don't want to divorce it entirely from like the skill that it takes to create something aesthetic, because to me that's part of it, right? And so yeah, I wouldn't say it's purely about the story. Although in the Banksy case, right, like it's everything. It's all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fact that he built that shredder into the frame, and the fact that it was hidden, and you know, all of that stuff to me is related.
I guess that's fair. I guess you see it done so terribly sometimes, and that's what bugs you. But then you get like people like the Banksy and the Shredder where they did it well, and then you don't mind it, you know. Like there's this one. I was very briefly enrolled in an art school. And we went around Chicago looking at all the cool modern artworks. And the one that stuck with me is that they gather you into like a little projection room, and you watch this girl take a hit of LSD, and then her going through it really just looks like a woman standing there, and she just kind of gets a bit dizzy and wobbly, and that's it. And that was like for 20 minutes or whatever. Like that's nothing. This is nothing. We had no idea what was going on until we read the plaque. Oh, she took a hit of LSD. And then she has a trip, and that's what you watch. Like, that's so... I don't know.
Yeah, I literally almost forgot Sad Splinters.
Oh, no.
I have the Sad Splinters now. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the good and bad thing about that particular art piece is, like, hey, they made it, and then we can all have our say on it. Yeah, my say on it is probably closer to yours. I'm like, yeah, I'm not really sure that that's very moving necessarily.
Mm-hmm. Oh, art. But I guess someone, I don't know. Someone likes it. I kind of wish they had, like, every map of this had, like, a keep, you know?
Wait, say it again?
I wish every map, like, you know, not just Western Approach and Priest du Lion and Crestwood had keeps. Like, I wish they all did.
I agree. I thought that the keeps was one of the coolest and, like, most satisfying parts about it. I wish that the keeps were actually just more elaborate, to be quite honest.
That's true, yeah.
Not like as a, hey, it's a bad thing, but like it could have been even better, sort of a... Oh, that's right. I forgot we're on casual now.
Oh, yeah.
And we are just blasting through, folks.
Probably for the best. Like, we don't got time to...
That's true, and we do need to get power and all that.
Yeah. So, also in this map, there's one other camp. So after you do this, there's one other camp. That's kind of hidden, tucked away in the back there. Jinx's background jingles are a form of art. Oh, can you hear that? Yes, sometimes she's just like marching around the house.
Dang, Bull is just wrecking shop right now.
The original concept of having to defend the keeps would have been cool. It really would have. Same thing with Skyhold. Like, I kind of... as much as I like having a very safe space where you know you're not going to be attacked in a video game, I do kind of wish like there would have been moments where like you get to see Skyhold and all of its like defensible glory.
I join your glory.
You should own this. We can spit off the battlements. We can now, but it's less like work when it's yours.
I like how Sera just says, we should own this.
Here, I need to get more water. I'll be right back.
Cool. Alright, time to place an Inquisition flag. PT Gibson says, yeah, it'd have been great to have happened at Haven. What happened at Haven happened at Skyhold minus losing it forever. Yeah, I mean, that would have been also kind of redemptive, right? Like, you lost Haven when it was put under attack, but Skyhold is better, stronger now. You could have successfully defended, etc. I agree with that.
I am back.
You're early. We've barely been set up a week. I have a patrol out at the moment.
So what do you really think of Caitie?
Oh, she's so terrible. This is so awful.
I know, she's such a bitch.
Matthias, why are you trying to start trouble, bro? Alright, we got 5 power. Not bad.
Prepare the troops for inspection at once.
One thing I was never sure about was the location of the final battle of Corypheus. Was that right outside Skyhold or deeper in the mountains? It's supposed to be in the Temple of Sacred Ashes. That's where it's supposed to be. It's I guess what it's technically Skyhold and Temple of Sacred Ashes isn't that far away from each other, and that's what's going on. But yeah, it does look really close to one another.
I like talking to Night Captain Rylan.
There's actually a really big fan presence for liking Captain Rylan.
It just seems like it's one of those more minor. Now I don't know. Does he appear in more materials outside the game?
No, but this is it. You were looking at his entire appearance.
But then that there's something. Can you imagine what it must be like to be? This is how I like to imagine it being, right? Like someone who's a writer at BioWare who maybe hasn't gotten some of the more major responsibilities yet, write something like this, and everyone goes, "Well done," and then they get promoted. I don't know if that's how it works. I just want to believe that's how it works. Because someone did a good job with Ryan.
People are saying it's the Starkhaven accent.
Could be that. Could be that. Or in that case, how about that? Same thing, right? That voice actor. Everyone goes, man, everyone really seemed to like your performance there. We'll give you a bigger role.
Report. What's the situation?
That'd be actually pretty cool if the guy came back. It's like the Kandros fan base in MEA. Is there a Kandros fan base in MEA? I didn't know that.
Yeah, but then Kandros is also a bit in the book, which might help for that.
Oh, hold on. One of the things that let me down is that the power didn't really do anything but unlock the missions. Would have been good for it had some effect in the world and in Trespasser. I completely agree because, like, in my main playthrough, you end up... Like, if you do everything, you end up with, like, 200 extra power. What are you going to do with that? Like, needs to do something, you know? Ah, boy. That would probably, like... I don't know if I'd say my biggest gripes, but it was definitely... something that didn't make sense to me. Like this needed to have some sort of purpose. So something like you can buy it. I don't even know what you would do, but Maybe you could use power to hurry up war table missions or something. I don't know, just something.
Yeah, I agree.
Because, like, you can't run out of power. I could sit here and grind out, like, thousands of power because you can just get power from those quests that everybody ignores from the lady. Because those give you power. So it's just like, why? Why do this? Maybe at one point it was supposed to have something to do, but... Also, what are we doing now?
Good question. Well, we'll think about.
Well, how much power do we have at the moment?
That's a good question. No, okay, Rylan, I like you, but don't stop me every time. 18.
18. Oh shit, we're pretty close then. Because you only need 20 for Wicked Hearts, don't you? Or am I mistaken?
No, I think 20 is correct.
Or is it 30? I'll Google it while you. Oh, you need 30 power, yeah.
30. Yeah, we're still not bad. We're almost 2/3 of the way there.
Yeah, we're almost there. Look at it. Okay, so then... Well, there's another camp in this area and another, what's the word? Rift, so I might as well go do those.
Alright, we'll go for those. Oh, also, I have a question for the chat room. Hopefully somebody can help me out here. We got 65 people in here. Who has played the new Assassin's Creed?
Oh, they were talking about it earlier.
Oh, really? Okay, so if anyone has played the Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I mean, look, I'm probably not going to have time to play it now. I'm trying to beat Origins, because I never beat that. Assassin's Creed Origins, and so... yeah, but eventually, I heard it's really good. I heard it's very RPG-like, and... so yeah, I'm quite curious about it.
I haven't played it, but I have to because I literally only care about Alexios. So many people are like really loving either Cassandra or Alexios.
I've heard like, yeah, Team Cassandra, Team Alexios, like it's real. Like,
I have. It really is an RPG like The Witcher 3. The dialogue is weak at times, but overall, it's a really good RPG experience. I've also heard people say that some of the sometimes the facial expressions can get a little Andromeda-y. I don't know if that's going to be patched out later.
You know, that may be true, but also on the flip side of that, I'm playing through Origins now, and there basically weren't facial expressions very much. So I would say, you know, they probably wanted to make the characters more expressive, and so, you know, that's pretty good.
And it's humongous. The gameplay loop practically never ends.
I've heard that it's massive. Yeah, I've heard that it's absolutely massive.
What was the memed out thing? Like the game really picks up after the first 30 hours or something like that?
Wait, where is the rift that's supposed to be nearby? This other one over here on the other side of the map is the one you have to come. You have to come through the other side of the gate, right?
Yeah, you do. Because you have to unlock the thing with the war table mission, and it's yeah. I wouldn't go for that one. I would do the one at the bottom.
Alright, crazy dude's in the way. You guys are gonna have to
kill them. Are you gonna do the still ruins?
Where did they come from?
Darkspawn.
Honestly, I have no idea. I just started wandering in this direction.
Oh, okay. Well, the still ruins are over here. That'd be a good one to do.
You know what? Bull is actually starting to be sort of tanky.
Hey, we're finally getting there. One day Bull will be a competent thing, and we're almost there. I'm so proud of him.
I like how he's just bludgeoning people to death with his odd weapon.
Oh, are we doing anything special for Halloween, like a special video or something from Matthias?
I'm open to it, definitely. Halloween is probably I wouldn't call it my least favorite holiday. It's just not my favorite, but I'm definitely open to it.
What is... Hold on, let me look at my calendar. What is the actual... It's a Wednesday. Halloween, exactly. Here's the thing. I don't want to go out and buy a horror game, because I feel like a scary game would be the best, but I don't know. I don't really own any horror games. Do you own any scary games?
I mean, I had Dead Space 3 in my library just because it was free at one point.
Oh, you know, I think I have the same thing. I don't know. I don't know. I guess we could do something. I just said we don't really have anything planned because I feel like we play Soma. There we go. You can play Soma. Wait, did we talk about Soma here, or was that at the podcast?
Damn it, I can't remember.
I think that was the podcast. Matthias just had really good timing on it.
No. I think that was No, you're right. That was the podcast.
Yeah. Matthias, we're talking about Soma and how he hasn't played it yet on the podcast.
God damn, this is getting weird. Everything is starting to blur together. I don't know what's what.
Maybe Matthias has our house bugged. Yours are mine. Maybe it's yours. That's how he knows how to push your button.
Maybe. Well, I mean, he's doing it to himself then because he's listening to the Kanye album on repeat. So I don't. All right, you said there was a rift at the bottom, but I don't. Is the only?
Oh, you can't see it until you get the camp down there.
Which one? This one?
I don't see the map, but I'm going to say yes. It's the camp way at the bottom, in the place you haven't explored yet.
All right, let's travel to the camp that's somewhat closer, and then we'll go down.
Is Matthias your long lost sibling? Maybe. I don't really have any siblings, so maybe I do secretly. Dun dun dun.
All right, ghost horse, come on.
Ride, ghost horse, ride. I'd much rather listen to Kanye album than watch the Last Jedi. He's going for you, man. Oh boy. Oh, they're I don't know if we could be able to pull this off. I've been really wanting to play Jackbox with the four of y'all, or I guess, well, 4 including me, but the 3 of y'all, Fussel and Jack and you. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know anything about Jackbox.
No.
Oh, it's great. It's like God, how do you describe it? I have the 3rd and the 4th one, so it's like a collection of like mini games where you get to. It kind of depends on the mini game, but you generally like make up answers, or it's like a quiz show, or you get to doodle silly things, and only one of you actually needs the game. The rest of you can like play for free online or on your phone. So what we could do is that since I already own the game, is that I. Stream the stuff, and then you guys watch the stream as well, and then we could play it together, and then the audience can actually vote on things as well. So us and the audience are voting about how funny we are. I think it could be. I'm really explaining it poorly, honestly. So you should go watch a video of it. But it could be really fun to play on screen.
All right. I mean, yeah, I'd be down.
You don't really have any siblings. What does that mean? Do you have step-siblings? Hence the really... No, I do not have step-siblings. I guess the really was unnecessary. I do not have siblings. Unless they're just coming out of nowhere.
It's like I don't have any siblings that I like. Is that what you were trying to say?
Yeah, I'd actually come from a really big family. They're all just all assholes.
He's just disowning everyone.
Jordan has Soma. Yeah, you need to play Soma so then I can talk to you about the thing I wanted to talk about that appears on the podcast. Jackbox game is amazing. Thank you, Lucas. So yeah, I would like to do that. If possible. What one of these days. Maybe that's what we do for Halloween. Instead of scary games, we play like funny games because I don't like horror.
I'm not a huge fan of horror either, and then also it's always kind of, yeah, I don't know, it's kind of weird when it's forced and you're trying to have that scary vibe.
Mm-hmm. I just don't like being scared. I don't know.
I like suspense. Suspense is cool.
That's fine. Like, I definitely watched suspenseful movies and enjoyed it. But horror movies, I've just...
Yeah, I also have a really weird thing with horror movies where I just end up laughing, and I'm like, I don't think this is supposed to be the reaction.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of, like, a good... what would technically historically be a horror game or movie that I've played or enjoyed. I don't know. Oh, I watched the original. Oh shoot, is it Friday the 13th? I can't. Oh, let me Google what the movie was before I. Is it the one with the camp?
That's right, Homeboy's down here.
Okay, I think it's this one. Yeah, okay, Friday the 13th. And okay, so I watched the original Friday the 13th. Like I'm 90% sure this was the movie I watched. And you think like Jason's gonna be like the big bad of the movie the entire time? Well, everyone's whatever, okay? It turns out different than you think it is, and I was very surprised.
I think everyone knows the end of that movie though. Isn't that one of the most famous like horror movie endings?
Yeah, but I didn't know it, so and then Michael turned around and was like chastising me. Like, don't ruin it for everyone else. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I was just surprised that movie was what it was, and then it spawned like all of these other movies that didn't make any sense in comparison to the first movie. I don't know.
I have the supplies you were waiting for right here.
Surely the Maker himself sent you. You haven't encountered.
John says Chucky still creeps me out. Yeah, there's a little bit of that. I think if you look at something like maybe like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre or stuff like that, like there's some that are just pretty disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
The original The Hills Have Eyes and stuff like that has some pretty creepy ones. If you happen to
find more of it, please let me know.
We're going to have to fight a dragon at one point. I don't think we have to do all of them. We have to do one at least.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Which one do you want to fight?
I like the Western Approach dragon.
Okay.
We might need a bit more. Maybe once we're done getting power, we'll maybe level up one more time, and then
yeah,
we might be able to make it. Because this one's not a high level one at all, right?
I don't remember. Here, I'll Google it real quick. Let's see, Abyssal High Dragon. What level is he? Level 14, and we're level 11, I believe, unless we just leveled up, which I think we did.
I think we're like 11, 12, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're 12.
Yeah, it's probably close enough, especially on casual.
Yeah, you can probably do it.
we're at 21.
There's that one.
Oh, that's right. Another rift.
Rift down there.
All right, let's go get this other rift.
I was just thinking, how do you go from Mass Effect and M up with Soma and Pokemon? Soma made sense in the conversation. Pokemon did not.
I mean, no, honestly, I don't even remember how we got to Pokemon, but...
I really don't either. I remember how we got to Soma, because it made sense, but Pokemon's a mystery. Well, I think you're going the wrong way to get to the Rift.
I just have to go the other way?
Yeah, to go the other way.
Right. Yeah, I don't regret the Pokemon. I'm not gonna apologize.
How cool would it be to play as Darkspawn in Dragon Age 4 at some point? You could play Darkspawn in a Dragon Age Origins DLC. I don't know if you know that or not. I don't know if it's like... I don't know. I guess like the Dragon Age Origins combat I was always kind of like lukewarm on in general, so it was kind of like, oh, this is alright.
Yeah, I mean the what is it, Darkspawn Chronicles?
Yeah.
That to me was just, I wouldn't say it's tongue-in-cheek, but wasn't it more just kind of like, hey, how about play as a Darkspawn? I think it might be interesting if they did like a really extensive story DLC for something like that and like really delved into it.
Yeah, so because like the Darkspawn Chronicles DLC is like an alternate universe. So yeah, if they did something more within the actual universe of the series,
stuff.
Yeah. Maybe like play as a ghoul or something. I don't know. Just ride your ghost horse into battle. So next episode, I would like to start out and play the balls. But how far away are we from 30?
With this one, I think we'll have 22, something like that.
Okay, we should also try the Still Ruins on this map. That'll get us some power. Hey, you leveled up.
Yep, we are now officially level 12.
Woo! Playing as a warden on his or her calling would be cool. Yeah, that would be. Oh god, what if it was your warden's calling? Either the warden from Origin or Awakening.
Well, that would be the ultimate way to send out the warden from like Hero for Elden. That would be epic.
Oh yeah.
You know, because like they have to find a way to wrap that up, maybe without having to rewrite the whole story. And I mean, I think people would actually like that, to be honest.
Mm. Do you know where the Still Ruins are?
No. Where are we going?
Okay, so go to the camp that we first got, I guess. It's by like those double-ended arrows. It's that camp. Go to that one. And then you're going to go north. And there's going to be like a way you can go, and that's like a pathway to the left, and that's what we want to take because that's going to lead us there. What would you guys think if they had the Warden simply be mute if they brought them back? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Like I've never been like super overly attached with my Warden, but I wouldn't mind if they just gave her a voice. Like I wouldn't be mad at it, you know. Like I understand they do what they have to do. If I don't like it, I can just will it away in my headcanon. I don't mind.
Yeah. I mean, I think, look, generally speaking, BioWare chooses really talented voice folks anyway. That's pretty satisfying. And then,
yeah.
I mean, it's just so out of keeping at this point with. I'm gonna knock out this rift also.
Go for it.
I just think it would be so out of place at this point, right? BioWare kind of pioneered a little bit cinematic storytelling and having all that voice acting, and if you just had a silent character, it's like, I feel like it would be really out of place at this point.
Mm-hmm. God, I hate terror demons.
I mean, they're just so jumpy.
Yeah, it's a jump, like the coming from nowhere, and then just pounce on you. I've always been a fan of the idea that the Warden just so happens to have a really bad cold at the time you meet them if they ever show up again. Oh god, that's actually funny though.
Well, that's totally different. I mean, they definitely have to do that.
Oh yeah. All they if they just have a really good excuse of them not to talk. It's not like they're mute. Maybe they're just like they're pretty far away and like they okay. So something happens with your Dragon Age 4 protagonist, and then you're saved by a bunch of Wardens on Griffins, and then you look up and it's the hero of Ferelden, and they just kind of like wave at you, give you the peace sign, and then they go go do something cool on a Griffin. It's really just a visual cameo, no words at all.
I love that it gives you the peace sign.
Fuck it up, and they just leave. Like they're going to have they've teased so much stuff about the Warden and finding the cure for the calling that they're going to have to do something with it. You know, you can't just like say all of that and then not have some sort of resolution. Like even if it is just codex entries, but like they really gave that story too much importance if they wanted to abandon it. You know.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I just think it's one of those things that the fandom kind of expects before the saga is over.
Mm-hmm.
However, it will be one of those things. It's like, you know, they could make him or her silent, they could do a voice, whatever it is, there's always going to be somebody disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Which is obvious, but also just really a shame that it's like, I know you can't get away from that. You have a fan base of millions, essentially. Someone's going to be disappointed, but, like, that's always what gets the attention.
They keep bringing up the Warden, even though they say the Warden won't come back, and giving them these important story points in the background. Yeah, like one or the like if they want to say they're not going to bring him back, that's fine. I totally get why they wouldn't. But then like just say they retired with their lover and then that's it. They're a happy camper. Like that they could have just said that and everyone would have been happy. Now that they put him away on like this quest that's kind of important, now like you have to do something with it, right? Like it's just they didn't think about it. I don't know. I don't get it. And granted, the person who was most adamant about the Warden not showing up is now no longer with BioWare, so maybe they don't. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of feel like the way that they close out with the Inquisitor is kind of better because there's that element of like, well, we've given this, you know, they lose an arm, they're not coming back.
Think that would keep us out?
Mm-hmm.
But with the Warden, maybe it's just like a little bit of I don't know. They're just like, look, this person is clearly so powerful and important. Are they really just gonna sit it out? Like, from a lore standpoint, I guess consistency. They're like, this person is so capable. It would be kind of shitty of them to just know that like everything's going to shit, but they're like sipping on a margarita somewhere.
That'd be great, though.
A little drink, maybe with an umbrella, just chilling out. Be like, I already saved the world once.
Like something really important is happening in the game, just like stops and cuts to like the Warden, and like somehow they're sunbathing in Ferelden that's like super cold, but they don't care, and they got like sunglasses on, and they're just like chilling out.
Right, next to LeBron and Kanye, just kind of.
Golly. I would still love it if we get I guess a version of the Warden, like something that I hope they do, but I don't think they could. Is I don't know, like one of the Fade levels, because the next game is the 4th one, and if like all of your pieces can go together and fight at one time in like a Fade level, so like a spirit takes on a form of your Hawk, your Inquisitor, and your Warden. And then those characters, the spirits, whatever, fight alongside you as those characters. That'd be a pretty cool way to like kind of loophole it into existence.
Yeah, I know that. I can't remember. Maybe you mentioned that on one of the podcasts before, and yeah, I fucking love that idea. I think that would be super dope.
One can dream. Like, all I want in life is my 4 beautiful characters, which will all be mages, so it's not going to be a great team, but fighting together in a great, great way.
Yeah, I mean, and then, like, selfishly, I would love to see that happen, like, you know, even outside of the Fade, but then again, of course, not all of them are going to be alive, potentially, for most people, so...
The power required but then you got your Awakening Warden, you know?
Let's hope this
true. No, that's true.
I don't know. Yeah, Awakening Warden really,
nothing's happening.
Really, gets shafted a lot.
Which is interesting, right? Because Awakening was heralded as a really good piece of DLC in general, from what I remember at the time. But it's definitely true that there's like it's really like there's one Warden, but there's not.
Woo.
The texts describe a chamber. This must be it.
Did you even have an Awakening version of Warden?
I know I did one, yeah. Mainly I have my Warden live. But I remember I did do one where I made a new one.
I've done a couple just for poops and giggles, but... Michael swooping in. I forgot how much power this gives us, but I think at the very least we should be most, or at least halfway to 30. So yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll be pretty close. Oh wait, yeah, we already have 28. How did we get 28?
Wait, how did we get 28? Oh, okay. Well, cool. Yeah, this will definitely get us 30 then. Well, hey, sweet.
Keep searching. There may be more.
If you could give any Dragon Age character a DLC a la Liliana Song, who would you pick? Brandon would say Blackwall. Sebastian. I have questions. Give me your reasoning.
Just trolling you. That's literally my only reason. Okay. That was literally it. Just wanted to get the reaction.
Listen, I don't mind Sebastian, but I feel like it would definitely was there like just a high pitched squeak, or was that my headphones?
I think that was when we picked up the piece of the key.
No, it was like because I don't have it. I don't have the sound on the video. Okay, whatever. It's either my headphones or everyone else is gonna complain about it in a few minutes. Okay. A lot of other characters that would have more interesting DLCs.
If the Hawk and Sebastian romance could finally be fulfilled, be consummated, if you will, would that then redeem everything in your mind?
Not really, because like my major problem with Sebastian wasn't that the romance wasn't fulfilled, so to speak. It was that the character was just shoehorned in, like he just felt really awkward in the game. That was my problem with him. I actually don't mind him as a character. Here's one that I would like to see. In World of Thetis, it hints that Zevran went off to go and like dismantle the Antivan Crows. I would want to like play as Zevran fighting off the Antivan Crows.
That would be really cool. I think that would actually be, and you could maybe have that heavier, maybe some added mechanics for the stealth.
We just have 2 people in the chat going, yes, 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 yes. Oh, God. Oh, boy. But yeah, they, in the World of Thetis, like, redesigned, his coat to be really cool looking. So I don't know, I would like to see that in game at least at some point. If not in a DLC starring him, like, at least, like, him coming back and wearing that. Because it's pretty cool. Shale could be interesting, yeah.
Shale. Young Morrigan would be interesting, too.
We're missing something here.
I think... what would another one be? A Solus DLC where you get to play as him as the Dread Wolf, if that makes sense. Like in the time of Arlathan would be pretty neat, but that's like... I don't know. That'd be pretty out there.
Answers a lot of questions maybe too soon.
Yeah, that would have to be like, 30 years down the road or whatever, and they're like hurting for content. Like, let's just revisit this.
Do you think that they'll ever... Well, I mean, they're kind of doing it now with Anthem on the sci-fi side. At one point, Dragon Age and Mass Effect were not a thing, and BioWare was still BioWare. Do you think they'll do another fantasy IP? Because I guess that's... I mean, I really don't like to think of Anthem as being the new sci-fi IP, because it's like science fantasy, according to their own explanation. I would have liked to have seen them do another... Maybe not hard sci-fi, because Mass Effect's not really hard sci-fi, but something more along the lines of that. And then, do you think they'll ever do another unique fantasy universe IP, or would that be too much?
I don't know. I would love to see a fantasy game, but it's like not medieval fantasy; it's something else fantasy.
Like what would that look like?
I am a sucker for like Victorian fantasies, where like it's kind of a Victorian setting, but there's like magic and stuff, vampires and stuff like that. I'm kind of a sucker for that.
Interesting.
I think the game actually sucked, but oh god, The Order 1886, is that what it is? Like I liked the look of that.
Okay.
I hear the gameplay sucked and the story sucked, but like the background and stuff like that I think looked pretty neat.
Interesting. Okay.
Like Dishonored, perfect. Dishonored, like Dishonored.
All right. I can feel that. I would actually go the other direction in some sense. I really liked Kingdom Come Deliverance, as I've mentioned. I would maybe like to see BioWare do a non-magic medieval setting.
Oh, okay.
And just kind of see, it's just like almost. I mean, see, like sometimes I honestly feel like Game of Thrones as a franchise would be better if you just took out some of the supernatural elements that slip in there. But then again, some people love that. So either light on the magic or maybe just no magical elements at all.
A staff? Is this what they were after?
Don't go poking. The whole place feels wrong.
Stone Age fantasy games. That'd be kind of... Is there anything with Stone Age fantasy? Like, oh, man, you can have dinosaurs!
Those runes are not...
Dude, magic dinosaurs!
I don't know if there's any real supernatural elements to it, but didn't that one Far Cry game kind of have Stone Age stuff?
It did have Stone Age stuff. I don't remember if it had. Oh wait, pop, back up. Would you count? Oh God, Alloy game. What's it called? Horizon Zero Dawn. Would that kind of be Stone Age fantasy? It's like sci-fi,
No,
like Stone Age sci-fi.
Yeah, definitely not fantasy. It's sci-fi. Great game, by the way.
I wish I could play it, but that game's like one of the only things that tempts me into getting a console.
It's worth it. I would say that. Have you played The Last of Us?
No.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few things on there now where I would say it's worth having a PS4. Xbox, I don't know what they're doing with their life. Like, Jesus Christ, Microsoft, like, get some exclusives. Besides Halo and Forza and Gears, like, those are the same ones you've had for years. And don't get me wrong, Gears Tactics, like, sign me up. I'm ready, but...
I guess I've never really been into anything with zombies. Like, as soon as I see zombies in a game, I just kind of check out. I'm not really into it. Michael. Horizon, Spider-Man, God of War, and TLOU. Is that The Last of Us? Yeah, that's what it is. Really glad to have a PS4. Oh, definitely.
Yeah, no, look, Spider-Man is fantastic. God of War, fantastic. I don't know if they're necessarily... I mean, they have decent stories, but there's no, like, dialogue choice or anything like that. They're not really... They're not...
RPGs.
Yeah, I mean, they have upgrade trees and skill trees, but that's not... I mean, everything has that at this point, so I wouldn't consider them RPGs, but I enjoyed the heck out of both of those. Now, what does piss me off is Red Dead Redemption, right? Because there's no good reason why that shouldn't be on PC day one, and yet that's Rockstar for you. And yet I'm gonna buy 2 copies.
I don't know why. Like, you can do it, Jordan. It's like you gotta quit smoking. You gotta quit buying 2 copies of games. Now, what are you saying yes about?
I think yes has just become a meme now.
Oh, Red Dead Redemption. I didn't know you wanted that game.
Next time, the damn humans can stay frozen.
I told one of my good friends, I go, I'm so hyped for Red Dead Redemption, I'm gonna buy a cowboy hat.
Well, you're in the prime place to buy cowboy hats, though.
Oh, I know. I mean, I could walk down the street and I said, I'm gonna buy a cowboy hat, like I'm gonna wear cowboy boots, I'm gonna learn to ride a horse.
Have you ever ridden a horse?
Yes, when I was younger, but I mean, it was more like someone sort of holding the horse. I wasn't really. Yeah, been on a horse a couple times.
I've definitely had the chance. A friend of mine growing up, she like was really into horses, and like I don't know why, but like I guess just to hang out because I didn't really have that many friends. I would go to her horse riding lessons, and I would just sit and watch her sometimes. And like they offered me like, oh, do you want to ride? And I was like, oh hell no, because I don't like. Especially back then, kind of right now too. I don't like animals that are bigger than me. I don't like an animal that I can't pick up and move. And I just really did not want to ride a horse. So despite having being around them, touching them, petting them, whatever, have not ridden a horse.
Interesting.
Yeah.
N7 asks, as a Texan, have you ever said what in tarnation or rootin' tootin'? First of all, how dare you?
Two every day.
Yes, all the time. Second, what in tarnation are you talking about?
How do you like? I've been to Texas a lot. I have family in Texas. I have not heard that unironically, to be honest.
No, I mean, look, Texas is a very different place, though, right? It's like another country. It really is. We have a very proud Texan culture. It's not unusual for many people, and I've said this my whole life. I consider myself more Texan than I do American. I'm not saying that to be like edgy, like anti-American. I just mean like Texas is a very different place.
See, like again, family from Texas. I know you're not kidding.
Yeah, no, like I fucking love Texas. I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a country song that's just "God Bless Texas," right? I think that's a thing.
Yeah, and no, I think I talked about this on the podcast where when I say ma'am, like some people say that they can hear a slight Texas accent, but I don't necessarily hear it. But then I guess I wouldn't.
Do you say y'all?
I say y'all all the time.
Okay, yeah. Because I've definitely at least been called out on here that I say y'all a lot.
But don't people say y'all? I feel like people in Texas are the only ones that say y'all.
Oh yeah, no, Oklahoma definitely does it. I've gotten weird looks in college though. So.
Yeah, I say y'all quite a bit, and I remember in a job that I had where I was call center, there was feedback on like whatever, like it's like slang, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Everybody says y'all, and I had to like break myself with a habit, so I can get pretty good when I'm conscious of it to just say you all.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of like Texas specific accent things, but I think just southern. Mid-South, I think, kind of like blends together. Like Oklahoma, Texas, maybe Arkansas a little bit. They all kind of.
I can't do the impersonations properly, but to me, Texas does sound different from Oklahoma, and then of course it definitely sounds different than say like Georgia or South Carolina or Tennessee.
Oh wait, back up! You said South Carolina.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Well,
that's a Texas thing.
Well, also, Houston. It's not really Houston. It's Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Someone had to correct me once that it's not Louisville, it's Louisville, and I'm like, all right.
Oh, whoa! What the heck is that rhino doing?
Yeah, he's just hanging out. He likes Texas too. We got 30. I'm just wandering around back and forth talking about Texas, but we're at 32 now, so I don't know.
Wait, it's about time, right? So yeah. I guess. Why don't we talk to Bull again? Maybe we can progress his romance a little bit.
I agree. That's a good plan.
This is at least an Oklahoma thing, but when I was going to college, I had people all the time wishing me to have fun in Illinois. And if you're from Illinois, if you pronounce that SC at the end, you're going to get made fun of.
Oh, yeah.
So, also Oklahoma, there is a town that's spelled like Miami, but everyone says Miami.
Yeah.
Does Texas have any of those where like it maybe someplace else the town name would be spelled something or pronounced something else?
Houston is pronounced Houston in different places. There's a couple of other cities that are Houston or towns or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
We just pronounce it. It's not even like, so you don't even really pronounce the H. It's like a Y sound. It's like Houston.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I know that's definitely one.
Do y'all still got Piggly Wigglies?
Do we still? Yeah.
Okay, my parents grew up in Texas, and they used to talk about the wonders of Piggly Wigglies.
Yeah, but
that was.
I don't know if that's really as much of a South Texas thing. It might be. I don't know. But just not.
I don't know. I just have not seen Piggly Wigglies outside of Texas, so.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. Texas is large enough for like West Texas it feels like a very different thing. Mainly just because there ain't shit out there. No offense, no offense, Amarillo. Everybody in Amarillo gets mad at the same time. What about us? I go, yeah, I meant what I said. There's nothing out there.
Oh man,
bunch of Cadillacs stuck in the sand. Don't talk to me. All right. Iron Bull. We should probably
talk to him. Have Piggly Wiggly up north. All right, so I guess Piggly Wigglies are not just. Piggly Wiggly is a grocery store, you should say.
If you're worried about magic, I can protect you.
My blade pretty much protects me.
Perhaps I can do things your blade can't.
I don't know. It has blood.
I'm from Chicago. I was made fun of for a while when I moved to Florida. I always said I want to go with. My friends would wait to see if I finished my sentence. Oh, that's weird, because like I went to college around that area, and I've had friends from the Chicago area, so like I totally recognize that language. But oh man.
Next time you're free, why don't you come grab a drink? I'll introduce you to the Chargers.
I guess I never really found it that weird when I went to college. There's definitely what the fuck is I'm going to Terry, I'm going to call you out because you're from Chicago. What the hell is up with horseshoes? What the heck is that? Have you heard of these things?
That's Springfield. What, horseshoes?
Oh, is that Springfield, not Chicago? Oh, okay. Good. I'm telling you, I've been told it's a Springfield, Illinois thing. Okay, it's okay. think of a piece of toast, and then you put like ham and cheese. Is it like melty cheese? What was the deal with that, Michael? Okay, think of a sandwich, and then you just take off one slice of bread, and that's the horseshoe.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's not weird. That's fine.
Well, I don't know. Like, I'm in a dorm cafeteria, and like they're serving it up, and I sat there. I was like, how do I eat this? Do I like use a knife and fork? Like, what do I do with this?
You just pick it up. I mean, I assume it's toasted, right? So like, I could see that depending on the bread. What kind of bread are you using?
Well, this was a dorm, so it was like shitty white bread. I don't know if you did a good version would be like a good bread, but
I imagine like a nice, like maybe like a slightly toasted sourdough or something like that would be good. Depending on what you put on it.
I had to ask the calf, like, can I have like one more piece of bread so I can make this a sandwich? I don't know, it's just really weird. I don't know why that of all things was like the biggest culture shock, because I just couldn't believe someone would sit there and be like, yes, this is a good meal, half a sandwich.
Yeah, no, it's a valid objection. I mean, you don't see that often.
Oh, you're meeting people.
Yeah, we're meeting the Chargers, which Tamara's gonna. I almost called her Tamara. Jesus Christ, Tamara's gonna forget.
Yeah, who are you guys?
Worst places to go with Cremisius.
So can the chief, believe me. He loves his nicknames.
What are you gonna say?
Hey, when I was growing up, my name was just this series of numbers. We all give each other nicknames under the Q.
They ever wear shirts under
Yeah,
the
most
Q.
people don't care about
They just
pronunciations.
run around binding their breasts like that.
It's a harness, Creme.
Yes, for your pillowy man bosoms. Let me know if you need help binding. You could really chisel something out of that overstuffed look.
Did you always know?
Yes. It's not
There's
much
accents
more
and
than
dialects, and then there's Louisiana. They're speaking entirely different language there. Appalachian is also pretty crazy if you haven't heard of that. Like, that's spoken in like when it's like really thick. That's some crazy stuff.
They are real men.
That's like the stereotypical hillbilly accent.
People aren't so bad after all.
Well, in Louisiana, I know in parts of Louisiana it can be, yeah, man, that can be crazy.
Anyway.
Also, I have not actually been to the area, but the movie Fargo had some great accents to it.
Yeah, that's a real particular one, right? Like, you don't, it doesn't go far, but it's very distinct.
And grim. Crazy bunch of assholes, but they're mine.
See, it's weird, because I'm obviously American, so I can pick out a lot of different American accents, but like, any English accent, I cannot tell them apart very well. At all. Like, I think I was talking about this with Jack one time. It's like, oh yeah, I have a whatever his accent. I'm like, yeah, it's all English to me. Like, I cannot tell the difference.
But like, I mean, I'm probably gonna get the names wrong, but isn't there more rural English accents, like pretty distinct, kind of the same way ours are, compared to like a posh British accent?
That's what I've heard. I know I've heard them. I just can't pick out the differences. I don't know. You can if you watch enough Doctor Who. That's probably fair. I have not watched. I can't tell the difference between Welsh, because I think I watched a bit of Doctor Who, and the 10th Doctor was Welsh if I remember correctly. But yeah, also Solus and then Meryl. I don't know, the Welsh accent I think is pretty easy to pick up compared to like English. But I mix Skyrish and Oddish a lot. Oh, I do too, completely. You'd probably be able to tell a difference between a Liverpoolian from a Londoner. Maybe.
Glad you could meet some of my team.
I can't. Like, Liverpoolian would be the Beatles, right? But I don't know, that just sounds like English to me. I'm just blind. Are we in a romance yet? Do we love each other yet?
It's just like, wait, is it there yet? Is it time?
Yeah.
All right.
We might have to go up to the bedroom, or yeah, because that's when it fires.
Okay, I just imagine what it would be like if somebody just jumped into the stream right at this moment.
Are we fucking? Is it over?
Like, whoa, report.
Oh God.
Well, it didn't trigger any more cutscenes. We just got the standard. Hey, let's talk about some shit.
Yeah. Well, go up to the Inquisitor's bedroom and see if it triggers anything.
I pick
Because we got to start his romance before we get Ice Wicked Hearts.
Your parents had to tell you about some of it, right? No names. I figure your parents too. See ya.
And now that we've met the Chargers, we've also unlocked the. We should be able to leave and come back, and we can do the quest to kill or save the Chargers.
Poor Chargers.
As a Welsh person, I'm upset, but also flattered you think David Tennant is one of us. He's Scottish. Well, see, I ruined it because I thought he was. See, exactly. I can't tell them apart. Okay, never mind. Oh, God. All right, I take back everything I said. Y'all sound the same to me. I don't know things. Which day do you stream Mass Effect Andromeda? Well, are you doing it this Sunday, Jordan?
I will be planning to do one tomorrow.
Woo! It's been a while, hasn't it? Or did you stream last week? And I missed it somehow.
I think I might have done one last week. I can't be. No, I don't think I did one last week. So yeah, we'll. I'll probably most likely be doing one tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central. Nothing triggered. Nothing happened that I could see.
Oh, dang. Okay. Maybe we have to finish, Is there like a flirt we missed? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe this is something we just start with the stream tomorrow. We just try to get through bull stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've reached a fairly decent stopping point
yeah.
altogether.
All right, well let's do that then. Thank you.
So tomorrow, 3 p.m. I will be trying to do Andromeda, but I'll tweet out for sure what's going to be happening. Did we miss anything? Is there anything else we said? We told people new episode Splits of Ale should be out Thursday for audio, Friday for full video. And we're going to be talking about some various Mass Effect things.
Mm-hmm. That will happen eventually. And I'll be on Tuesdays doing more Dragon Age Origins. That's it. I also need to get caught up with The Witcher because I did not have time yesterday. So maybe I'll stream a random time and do that. But I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Aw, snap. All right, well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. This has been fantastic, as always, and yeah, we'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye!
Bye.